Yeah, the following's not really advisable, and it's probably the last time I'm going to do this because the way that Walmart Spark treats on-time arrivals. So if you didn't know, well, firstly, I took this shop and deliver for Spark because the dollars to mile is super good, but the only bad thing for me is I am 35 minutes from a Walmart. So back to the issue at hand here. Spark has different metrics for you as a driver. One of them is on-time arrival. The time that you arrive versus the expected arrival time. And Spark doesn't care how far away you are from a Walmart, which is kind of crazy because it'll take me forever to get down there. There's no way ever that I would take this on any other circumstance just to literally show you how this goes. And I'm multi-apping on like every other app, and it's 2:20 p.m. on a Wednesday and nothing is going on. It's kind of the worst time to drive, like from 2 until like 4, 4:30, 1 until, you know, it's like that in-between time between lunch and dinner. So I have nothing going on. I'm on the road. I want to take it, but no one's going to take that thing. It's just sitting there. So if you're going to ding a Spark driver's profile for helping out a customer and taking an order, like, I'm sorry, it can't be exactly express delivery. Of all the things I don't like with Spark, that's another thing, is these stringent arrival times. Like, I understand if your feature is for express delivery, but it can't be an express delivery if there's no couriers that are taking it. And then B, if you get someone to take it, they can't arrive there immediately. The ETA is like, pick up in 3 minutes. It's impossible. Even if someone lived like next door, if they're not already in their car, they get to look at it, they're on the couch, they're like, oh yeah, that store 3 minutes away, I'll take it. I'll put my shoes and jacket on and go get it. It's impossible. And I understand if you're, trying to advertise for the customer like express delivery, but at least here in Pittsburgh, there's plenty of times where there are not enough drivers on these different apps. I've seen it, like Uber, they're like, oh, not enough drivers nearby, not enough couriers nearby. DoorDash, it's too late at night, not enough couriers nearby. There's plenty of cities that have couriers all the time, but apparently not here in Pittsburgh, because combine that with all the other apps you can drive on, like I could be doing DoorDash and I was online, but nothing was going on. So here's my point. Nothing going on. The commute is a big pain, but I'm more so, again, I want to show you these shop and delivers because I've been doing more and more of them just to see how it goes, how seamless it is. The dollars to mile is good if I didn't have this commute, but it's all business miles, take it as a deduction basically. All right, that took a good amount of time. This is literally doing Spark a favor for like a 35-minute commute. Don't do that, okay? Unless you need to be down in a different area, like you work in one area and then you want to head back home and you have to commute there to work, and that's your kind of gig working space, or for whatever reason, like, oh, I'm gonna go out in this area later, so it's okay that I'm down here. I mean, Spark let me do it. They let me check in. It says it can be unassigned if you don't start immediately, but like, hey, all right, things to keep in mind. Yep, preview shopping list, it's just 2 items, so let me go in there and start shopping. Oh, let me start the timer too. Put your guesses down below in the comments. 2 items at a Walmart. How long is it gonna take to shop for? See, the ETA, it still says 3 p.m. It's 3:02 right now, so it didn't quite update. But still, I'm gonna be there when? Let me look at the navigation to the customer. 12 minutes? Oh no, I forgot. This one's, it's headed back into the city, which I love. That's another reason why I took it. It's headed right back into the south side. So it's headed like where I was again, which does not mean 12 minutes. It means 30 minutes. But at least they're getting their stuff. It's baby bottles, right? Like, I feel good helping out the customer. Look, as many problems as I have with Spark, they have to do shop and deliver one of the best interfaces that I've seen when it comes to the shopper. They have the exact aisle, they have the exact module, they have the exact section. They really break it down well as far as where you're gonna look for this item. So you can see On every aisle, it'll say like F12, F13, so that's the right aisle firstly. And then on the top of the shelves, at the very top, it'll say 4, 5, 6. So that's the next section that you look at. And then once you found that section, you look at the barcodes. And look here, it says exactly like 23, 24, 25, 26 to find the exact right item. Makes it super seamless. Shopping took like 4 minutes. It took no time at all. So this one, like imagine this. Listen, this is where you make money. Like obviously, Mike, dude, why the heck would you drive an hour in total for like $22, which isn't awful. You know, the cash flow is not bad. The dollars to time, like yeah, an hour, it's not ideal. It's 22, but it's better than 15. It's just the dollars to mile. But think about this. If you like live down here and you take this run for $22, you head back up to the south side, which is a very busy area. It pulls you even deeper into the city, and you can drive up there for a couple of hours and then head back home. It's not bad at all. So I had both items. It says, hey, just checking for any changes, review the items, and then you go to self-checkout. So I'm really impressed with Spark, at least on the logistics side. You know, the operations side, the pay, and you know, some of that has some problems, but you scan the QR code on the screen at the self-checkout, and it ties it to like, you know, your driver profile, basically like the assignment that you're on. And it says how many bags you use, you put them in the bags, and you're done. You don't gotta swipe a card. You don't gotta do anything, which I love. Again, that's better than DoorDash, better than Uber Eats, better than anything, really. So then it gives you this, the exit pass. So that's basically your receipt. It's just as it sounds, it's your exit pass. So if the associate at the door stops you, wants to see the receipt, just show them the exit pass. I have a scheduled delivery for point pickup later. So take a look at this. Stellar. Listen, folks, this is why you need these filler apps. Because point pickup or whatever, it's not going to be your main thing. But if you keep it online, you check in, like right now at a red light, okay, safely, check your app, see if there's an offer, because boom, then I had a super high dollars to mile ratio. It's a block away basically for stellar pay. And point pickup, it's not shopping. I go there and they load it in my vehicle. Those apps are seamless to do a basic delivery. So I got another hour until my point pickup scheduled drop, and it said no earlier than 4:45. So well, it's slow. I was gonna say ideally I can do another 2 or 3 drops, but I'm expecting like 1, hopefully 2, and I'm back online with everything again. Quiz for ya. What is our minimum cash flow on one order? Which means like, what's the minimum amount you should accept on any order with or without bonus pay? Well, usually there'd be no bonus pay in that circumstance, right? But what's the minimum? Write it down below in the comments. It is, give you a chance, $7. $7 minimum really to move. Now, I accepted this one. Why, Mike? It's not $7 because I have an hour to kill, number one. I don't want to get pulled away too far. This is a short order. The dollars to mile, it's fine, yeah, but it's just not enough like cash flow. It's like $5 and some. But for the next hour, and it's been really dead slow. So what's your alternative? Like, you're gonna sit here not doing anything. As long as the dollars to mile makes sense, it's okay. I mean, it's not great because the dollars to mile is a measure of vehicle efficiency. So you're not taking just orders that don't make any sense. But the pickup on this one's super easy. And my takeaway is, again, number one, shop and deliver. Maybe you don't want to have the wait times at the Walmarts. So you might trust your own shop time and doing that versus waiting on the Walmart associates to load their regular goods. Plus, there's a lot of other wait times when they release the orders, etc. So point pickup, though, my point on this one is having those backup apps. Like we talked about multi-apping, we talk about filler apps, and here, this is kind of another lesson under filler apps, because you have the filler apps, maybe like Grubhub, which is a filler app maybe to DoorDash, and then Uber Eats is like maybe a number 2. But this is specifically reserved requests, and not a lot of platforms have reserved requests. So think of it, this is exactly what I did today, well, technically yesterday. But if you're driving 2, 3, 4 hours and you see a really, really good scheduled pickup in like an hour and a half, grab it. Obviously, you'll have to kind of like position yourself near that area, or at least head back there, obviously for the pickup. But why not? If you get something that's like this, that's basically what, $9.34 a mile basically, then grab it so you can fill in that hour.